Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. My name is Joe McGee. I'm the COO of RallyBound. I head up our marketing, sales, and product teams. We're really excited today to tour our new administrator portal with you. So thanks for taking the time. This is one of the largest releases in our company's history and a little overdue. We've ironed out most of the kinks and continue to optimize the speed and performance. Please do not hesitate to reach out to our tech support if you believe something is amiss. All issues should be resolved from the release. Okay, so this new release we're calling New Admin V1 focuses on three key new features: groups, administrator roles, administrator profile, which also includes notifications. The early feedback has been amazing. People were really receptive to the new layout and the new functionality, and we're continuing to look at ways to improve. But before I dig into what each feature does, I want to provide a little context. As many of you know, RallyBound started out with the simple goal of building a better solution for nonprofit fundraising events like a walkathon. Today, we power thousands of events like walks, runs, and rides, but also enable personal fundraising and crowdfunding for small, regional nonprofits to some international organizations. Some of you on this call manage hundreds, if not thousands, of these types of campaigns. Hence, our platform needed to evolve to support that growth and use. It's been incredibly rewarding to see our platform empower so many fundraisers. If you're not aware, we recently surpassed 1 million users. This would not have been possible without the support from organizations like yourself. So from all of us at RallyBound, thank you. Now let's get into why we're here today. Our recently released new Admin V1 will enable you to manage more campaigns with more donors, fundraisers, and administrators than ever before. So let's jump into the demo. What you're looking at right now is the initial release of the new administrator portal. The first place we'll start is how to create a group. So this is our new groups feature, which is located under the add button, which was where you would create standalone donation pages and ticketing pages. Now you're able to create a group folder, which you can name. This is a really important feature release. The initial release of this feature allows administrators to assemble campaigns into a folder. At the outset, this is simply for organizational purposes. For example, if you have an event series, like a run or a walk, and you want to group them all together, put them into a series folder. Or maybe you have an endurance program. Maybe you have an endurance program with regions. You're able to create subfolders like the endurance folder that I've created, and then group them into regions like North, South, East, and West subfolders. To move a campaign into a folder, you would select the campaign, and up in the top right, you would click Move to Folder and say, now I want to add the South Bay Triathlon to the West folder. I would click West and move, and now that campaign is in the West folder. The top left is the breadcrumb navigation. So for instance, West is in the endurance program, is in the nonprofit organization. If I would click the home button, I would go to the top level of where the folders, groups, and campaigns outside of the folders reside. Right now, admins can be added to groups with permission roles, which is one of the next features that we've rolled out. This is an upgrade to our administrator features. Adding a new volunteer or manager to a lot of campaigns used to be somewhat cumbersome, so now admins can be easily added to groups. To accomplish this, simply select the folder and click Add Administrators, and then you're able to add administrators to from your organization with a personal message, including selecting a security role, which I'll go over in a minute. You would simply click Send once you're ready to add the administrator to that folder. The same pertains to to campaigns. you can select the administrator and add the individual to that campaign. Now, I just mentioned roles. Administrator permissions have also been reworked. The top left campaigns is where we've been working on our group folders. Now we're going to go into the Administrators tab. The Administrators tab is only available to those that have entire org permissions. And now I'm going to review our security roles, which will be accessed in the Administrators tab. Instead of having to manage specific permissions at the campaign level like you used to have to enable, you can now bucket permissions into roles. We've launched some default roles, but for example, organizations are now able to create a marketing role or a finance role that have direct permissions to that subset of individual access. To add a security role, you would just click Add a Security Role at the bottom, and then all of the permissions that were available in the campaign administrator portal are now available at the global level. So with transactions, you can select Edit, View, or Delete to add that specific permission to the role. For example, a marketing role can now have access to only email templates, site content, and the dictionary, or a finance role can have access to donors, donations, and donation options. This is very useful to manage multiple permissions together to provide access to multiple individuals and teams within your departments. As I mentioned, we have some default roles, but you can also build your own. Note, only admins with entire org full permissions can create roles. So now we've reviewed groups and administrator roles. Now let's move on to the administrator profile. The profile is accessed up in the top right under your name, and you would click Profile. The Administrators tab shows you all of the individuals that have access to the various campaigns. This is part of the administrator profile. You can see we're able to now upload an image, which is super helpful to help you understand who has access to what within your administrator portal. If I want to try to understand what Danielle has access to, I would simply select her card, and then it would give me a list of all of the campaigns that she has access to, including the ability to add her to other campaigns. Digging into my profile, you can see that I'm able to add an image profile pic here, as well as one of our new features, which is notifications. Notifications will be continually looked at and reworked, but making system notifications more robust and easier to manage is a top priority. For example, in-app notifications other than email and other segmentation types will be looked at. You're able to now subscribe to specific email notifications at a campaign level or at a transaction, registration, or fundraising progress level for all campaigns. There's a helpful support article on support.rallybound.com, which digs into detail of each notification segmentation type and what it entails. As previously mentioned, group folders is the foundational interface for us to start applying campaign settings to groups and organization levels. This will make it much more efficient for organizations to manage a multitude of campaigns and their respective configurations. These settings will start to populate under the Settings tab, located right here. We're also looking at enabling an activity stream in the near future. We're really excited about this feature. The activity stream will display your campaign activity in reverse chronological order, most recent first. This will allow you to quickly access fundraiser, donor, and eventually campaign milestones. For example, if you're looking for a donation to edit the settings, you'll be able to simply go to this tab, find the record, and for each activity, the placeholder will be a shortcut to the corresponding record type, so fundraising data will be at your fingertips. Other areas the admin are still available, which has been historically in the global view, So statistics is still available across your organization, as well as our global search, which was released earlier last year. You also have the ability to view folder or org information by simply clicking the information button above the ad. You're also able to view all of the administrators or invite administrators to each of these folders. That's all for now. We greatly appreciate your patience as we've rolled out this new update. As I mentioned, we continue to improve the speed and optimization and look at adding new interfaces and rolling out new features more frequently. Thank you for attending this webinar. Please reach out to our support teams if you have any other questions.